What's up? 6 Degrees here with my man Big Rec from Diamond Mine Records. What's going on, brother?
It's cracking, man. Doing wonderful. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. I can't complain about nothing. You know what I mean?
Already.
Dude, we go back, man. Explain to the people how we ended up meeting up, bro.
Goodness. Bro, man, I'm not even sure how
A3C 2013.
That was one of those we did a little, not a cipher necessarily, but the A3C joint.
Yeah.
I remember you were in the crowd, had a diamond T-shirt on. You know what I'm saying?
Stunts, Blunts, and Hip Hop.
It was the Stunts, Blunts joint, man. You know what I'm saying? And that was so crazy. Just running, it was like, whoa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And been a big supporter from day one.
Word.
You know, from the beginning of really from meeting, and then from that point following.
Right.
What I've been doing musically, of course. You know, you've been a Diamond D, fan for a minute.
Yeah.
And I'm the first artist that signed to Diamond D's imprint.
Cool.
Diamond Mine Records. So DM on the building. What up, D? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that was the genesis, and here we are right now.
Yeah, I didn't know you were an artist. At first, I saw you with Diamond, helping setting his turntables up.
Right.
Doing what I do that for Glass D.
All right.
Bust Down's cousin.
Digging.
And then you shared with me that you was from New Orleans.
All right.
And I was like, wow. Because, I got a crazy family in New Orleans.
All day, man. 12th Ward. You know what it is.
What is your beginning encounter with hip-hop music, hip-hop culture?
From the very beginning, like on the block in New Orleans, I was the dude with the friends that was on the street playing football, and those that were kind of musically inclined. I was the beatbox guy. I was the dude that was just making beats with my mouth, and I just became known in my hood for that. The young cat that was just beatboxing. From there, it was a matter of just being introduced to hip-hop via the radio in New Orleans. But it wasn't bounce music or nothing. It was straight up East Coast hip-hop that was playing on mixes that came on the radio. I used to make little pause mix tapes with the cassette. You know what I'm saying? You put the little paper in the top so you could record, you know, and press pause, wait for another song to come on. That type of thing. That was my first encounter, hearing LL, hearing Rakim. When I heard Paid in Full, that was it for me. I was done.
Right.
I fell in love with hip-hop at that point, thinking of a master plan. You know what I'm saying? Rakim was always, that was my first inspiration hip-hop-wise. And from there, anything that kind of came on the mix that caught my ear got me interested. I remember hearing Wild Bass and DJ Easy, Rock, LL Cool J, you know what I'm saying? Salt and Pepper. I mean, you can, you know, I'm dating myself. I'm OG, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but that's where everything started for me. The artistry didn't start until my college days. And ironically, I'm right here to see one of my mans, Rob Dibby, you know what I'm saying, a.k.a. Epsilon from back in the day. We were in a crew called Mass Reality.
Okay.
I'm talking like 9/7 is when we met up out in Oklahoma.
Right.
It's one of the coldest MCs that's walked this earth.
Okay.
That's on my word. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we used to spar. We used to, like, we really had a serious thing popping off in the underground hip-hop community out in Oklahoma, and we did traveling, did all kind of stuff. So it's just ironic that I'm meeting up here right now with him and even talking about this right now as it relates to my genesis in doing music. So hip-hop has always been something that I've been hugely passionate about. You know, it's something that you live. Rap is something you do. Hip-hop is something you live. It's a lifestyle, it always has been. And throughout the years, even up to this point, it's been all a matter of balance. You know, and here it is now. Life has progressed, and I'm in a completely different season. I took about a year off from music just to focus on personal life. You know what I'm saying? Big Rec had to be put on the shelf for a minute so that Keita could live. You know, I had to come through and make that balance and bring all of that together. And here I am now at the most peaceful place and the happiest space that I've ever been in. And I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful to be doing what I do, living life to the fullest. And you know, more music and new music will be coming. It'll come when it comes. It'll just pop up out of nowhere.
What brought you to Atlanta in the first place?
Music. I was in Oklahoma. I pretty much hit a glass ceiling and done everything that I could do out there, from being on the radio to rocking shows, opening for these acts, recording. Like, I had it popping pretty heavy out in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in Oklahoma City, in Lawton, Oklahoma. You know, it was cracking pretty heavy. But I hit a glass ceiling. Pretty much done all that I could do.
Right.
Once. What happened? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it was like I had to make a transition and take my career to a different level. And I felt like Atlanta was the move for me and my family at the time, and rest is history. 8 years deep, 8 years later.
Sounds like my story with Tampa, Florida. I'm originally from Atlanta, and you know, after I finished school at FAMU, I came back here, started a career, you know, in communications and education, and you know, it's a lot of people that I knew from when I was a shorty down here that was blowing up. You know, Little John,
that's what's up.
Organized Noise. You know,
that's what's happening.
So I came back. Nice stuff. How did you hook up with Diamond, man?
I was rocking at Apache Cafe out here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Really, I was on a
Yin Yang for your old heads.
I know, right? I was making a name for myself real heavy out here in Atlanta in the underground.
Yeah.
I happened to be the feature artist at a beat battle. Diamond D and his friends were actually in the crowd. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I rocked, did my thing like usual, got off the stage. Lo and behold, one of his people came in and was like, yo, I got somebody who wants to meet you. Turn the corner, here comes Diamond D. And I'm like, whoa. He introduced himself. So like, peace. He was like, yo, he had a lot of respect for what I did. He was like, wouldn't mind, I'd love to work with you. I'm like, if I wouldn't mind, word.
Right.
Boom. The rest is history. It was literally that.
Cool.
That happened.
Yeah.
And from there, things started blossoming with my group, the crew, formerly known as The Regime. That turned into the Five, turned into the Pentagon. 5 of us, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we were all working with him for a while with Diamond D. And then, you know, things kind of tapered off. We kind of started just doing different things. And at that particular time, it was time for me to do my solo project, which is what he approached me on in the first place, was to work on a project together.
Cool.
So that ended up being Doomsday.
Yeah.
Dropped, May 2014. It's done well. Got a lot of love, you know, all over the world from that project. And here we are right now.
Cool. Dope. Yeah, man. It's crazy. My stage name, my pen name is 6 Degrees. They say I know everybody. And like I said, my man Glass D and Bust Down knew you from New Orleans. And then I found out you be rocking with my cousin, Rudy Shred, the Verbal Tongue.
That's one of the 5, man. That's my brother right there.
Good deal.
The Verbal Tongue, man. That's my dude. That is my brother right there.
Yeah, it's like I hooked up with him through Joe Stu.
Yep.
Joe Stu's deep.
Another one of the homies right there.
Yeah, CAU homie, and it was just like by fate. You know what I'm saying? I'm just linking up with him on Facebook. Found out Rudy last name is Covington. My dad told me any Covington is probably your cousin, especially if they black. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, so found out he was my cousin, man, and went on your site, saw you be rocking with him and Abyss, one of my boys from my spoken word era up here in Atlanta, and it just, you know what I'm saying, came full circle.
It's all fair right there.
Cool. I want to cop, man, your album, your first album, and what should we be looking out for next?
I'm just gonna say, stay tuned, man.
Okay.
That's all I can say is stay tuned. You can follow me at Big Rex Speaks, and you'll see where my head's at. You see where my heart's at. You see where my focus is, and just stay tuned. That's all I can say is stay tuned.
Cool. Now we're about to check out a lyrical battle.
Absolutely.
Coming up. Could you tell us a little something about that?
Sure, man. Two of the homies actually. One, the brother that I mentioned before, Rob Divvy. That's my little brother for real. I mean, we go back decades. We went to school, went to college together back in Oklahoma, and he actually is from Florida. He moved out here a few years ago and has been doing his thing, you know, on the battle circuit. And
what part of Florida?
You know what, man? From Miami to, there were a couple other spots, but Miami primarily.
Okay.
And then you got Hectic the Backpack, another one of the homies who I met years ago on the scene.
Yeah.
2 dope MCs doing their thing, and it's a freestyle battle.
Right.
This should be very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what goes down.
Nice. My man Slick Worthington out of Tampa wanted me to give you a shout out.
Salute to Slick Worthington, Tampa, the whole squad out there, man.
Yeah.
Big salute.
saw his interview with you. That's when I knew you were an artist. I didn't even realize you were an artist till I saw that.
Already, man.
And then when I saw you at the Dirty Rotten video shoot, where you turned it up.
Oh man, had to bring some energy for the fan band.
Yeah, he was like, check out my website. So I checked it out, man. I'm seeing all my family on there. I'm seeing
BigRexSpeaks.com.
Rudy on there. Aaliyah Rashid, the flautist.
That's what it is. Rashid Ali.
Yeah, and so I was like, wow, this is dope, man. So, anything you like to leave us with, man?
Man, listen. Spirit is paramount. Handle first things first. Purpose over everything. Straight up and down. That's what it is. Big Rex Speaks. Real hip hop is back. RHHIB. You know what it is. Major salute, brother.
Appreciate it.